chart update and everything before we move on. Nothing much has changed since the last, except for the O line has taken a beating and we bulked them up. Michael Irvin, who's playing for his job, trying to scave off Amari Cooper or Stephon Diggs, Julio Jones, Martavius Bryant. You know, A Rod got his first Super Bowl the other day, and 85 Gurley. I just have him in there for special editions, but I have a better back for Gurley, which this is budget running back edition. As you see, I got CJ Spiller. I got all the guys. I got everybody who, puts in work, does what they have to do. I have two Ronnie Hillmans actually, but we're going to check out specialists. Yeah, nothing special. Darren Sproles has been making his mark with a couple of quick juke runs here and there, doing what he has to do. The defense hasn't taken much of a change except for Taylor Mays, Richard Sherman, Aaron Donald. You know, we Crow, Antonio Cromartie has taken a back seat because I like to have a fresh cornerback in the dime situation. So when people attack that little drag across route, when you do throw it at a fresh corner, he gets the spec catch animation a lot more from what I'm noticing. So I kind of keep him back there as like a hand in my back pocket. Him and Marcus Peters comes out every blue moon just to get those picks that I need. You know, Glover Quinn has made his way into the lineup a couple of times. Jimmy Smith still doing it against all Madden people, getting his game up, playing the best way he can, either way he can, however you look at it. It's my boy Jimmy Smith. I said I was going to drop him, but I can't. That press is just so serious. But we're going to go to the budget running back edition of this. Now, you're looking at it and you're saying, hey, Trail, I need a back, but I don't have the money for it. Now, I would not advise you going after these guys because there's a slim to none chance that they're not going to work out for you, not going to put forth the effort, except for maybe Todd Gurley. I'd say he'd be a pretty good addition if you just want to get that chemistry up, because once he jumps into chemistry, he gains those points right there. Then we have another guy that I want you to take a look at, CJ Anderson. He does everything well. Look at that, the juke move and the trucking. So he could just come in and do things occasionally for you, but these are like the low back end of budget backs. You know, CJ Anderson, I had him, I traded him away for a while, but you know, CJ is kind of lacking that elite speed that you need once you get up there. But if you take a look at him, CJ Anderson has the better carry than the 95 and the same exact ball carrier vision and better elusiveness than the 95 David Johnson. Truck's better. Juke move, he's up there. So you can do either or. You can put your head down or you can run through a person. And he matches up with Walter Payton great. He matches up with him, but the only thing he's lacking is the elite speed. Juke move is up there. I'd say juke move, double jukes can be performed in any fashion. They can be. So this guy is not lacking anything. You can perform a double juke as long as your juke moves above 90. So you can do the juke, pop in, pop back out, make the entire defense stumble over each other. And there you go right there. He's pretty good at that. I kind of keep them in my back pocket, but those are the only two I would go down here and grab. If you're on a budget, those are the only two. I wouldn't advise you coming up here because, yeah, all the budget backs are gone thanks to the Ultimate Legends set. So you can't get Walter Payton for 50K anymore. But let's get to the cream of the crop of the players that I want to introduce you to. T. Rawls, Thomas Rawls, if you may. This guy is going to be a grinder back for you. Elite speed, elite carry, elite truck, elite juke move. So he could do both with no problem. It's just he's a stick in the mud, but you can still use him to your advantage in any case you look at it. Look at this guy. We're going to compare him to Walter P. Everything matches up except the elusiveness, and he's 1 point off of trucking. This guy can actually come in and be the broke man's Walter Payton. The only thing is the elusiveness. So you won't get that around the bend run, but you will get that up the gut straightaway 2-3 yard run because he does have the trucking ability. The 96 truck is the threshold for the animations, so you're going to get a lot of more people throwing you forward or you running into people bouncing off falling forward. Next, after Thomas Rawls, I want you to look at another guy who I think is going to be the broke man's Darren Sproles. Honestly, I would have went after him had I not got Darren out of a pack. So yeah, It was one of those things where he matches up with Darren Sproles. You can actually say he outmatches Darren Sproles. And they're both going to have that glitchy ability of getting around players and cutting under players and putting the juke. The double juke with these guys is going to destroy your opponent. I'm telling you that now, as honest as can be. The double juke with either of these guys is going to destroy him. But Giovanni is a lot cheaper and can do things that he can't do. So you have Giovanni with the agility. So let's say you want to run the inside zone. Now, remember, the inside zone can actually be cut back when they don't have people on the side of the cutback. So if you're running the inside zone to the right and they want to flood everybody to the right side to stop it, you can actually let the inside zone go. When you plant, press turbo so that you could then burst off of that plant foot and take it up for maybe, like me, I've burst them from maybe, I'd say the best I've done is 65 yards. In my last video, I broke it for 65 yards, which was really amazing. And that was with David Johnson. He's just a mirror image. If you look at their stats, they're mirror images of each other. Basic mirror image of each player, and he's the poor man's Darren Sproles. I would give him a shot, hands down. 16K, that doesn't break the bank. This guy right here, everybody knows about him. Before the new one came out, he was on everybody's team. Everybody's. No problem throwing him out there like that. And we're going to take a look at him and see exactly how it looks in this situation. The way we're going up, doing a live stream, Nick. Let me get this out the way. Send me a picture of your team. You can just click on and then we can send a picture of the team. Now we're gonna look at how the stats line up. Everything is a point off. This guy is still a tank. Still a tank. His run, his elusiveness, his trucking, his juke move, everything he does is amazing. He's gonna basically be 1 point off of everything. Now, as for the statistics or the clutch and everything, I'm not too sure about that. But I do know that this David Johnson 95 has the clutch trait for falling for yardage. The 91 fell for yardage a lot for me. He just basically stumbled forward for yardage. Now, if you get in the open field, same thing. He's going to break away. He's going to break away. There's no hesitation in the breakaway. He's going to do it. He's going to make those yards for you all the time. Now we're going to check out another back because he's basically the lesser of the David Johnson. A lot of people don't like this, but I'm a fan of Ronnie Hillman. Trail019. That's the username, Trail019. Right now we have Ronnie Hillman up here. And I want you to see Ronnie Hillman from one basis. Ronnie Hillman may not be able to truck people, but Ronnie Hillman has the speed, the agility, the excel, the carry, the ball carry, the elusiveness. He's an elite back without the price. He's the elite back for the lesser money. He can do almost everything that any other back can do. The only thing he's lacking is the trucking ability. So he's a mirror image of Marshall Faulk. May not be a complete mirror, but you're dropping or lacking 1 to 2 points. 1 to 2 points he's lacking. Do you see this? This is amazing. Basically, if I get the chance, which I'm probably going to do, he's going to take Faulk's spot once I stuff all these guys in the Legends exchange. The Ultimate Legends, because I'm gonna be off subject 1 second. The Ultimate Legend, I would sacrifice 3 players for that, because at the end of the day, you have 12 out of the 12 players I've seen, there may be like 2 or 3 that are actually less than 200k, and that's because the Ultimate Legends are now being put in that set and popping out. So you have a chance to come up on exactly maybe 200k minimum if you do the Ultimate Legend set. So yeah, Walter Payton and Marshall Faulk are gone. And then I'm going to probably put Michael Irvin in there too, because Michael Irvin, if you watch any of my videos, he hasn't really been playing that good for me. The last couple of weeks when I tried to replace him, that's when he started playing well. I don't think it's players. I think it's how the cars perform in your offense that really makes a difference. I don't know if that makes sense to people, but the way the cars perform in your offense is what you should look at instead of the stats and the rating. And T-Rich, I would say Trent Richardson, you could find him for cheaper. I say wait it out because Trent Richardson is not very good, and the only reason he's that high is because that's the only one on here. Other than that, he's going to be very low on price. This guy right here, would I recommend Donta Freeman for that price? Maybe. I would think Donta Freeman is a good, if you look at my videos, Donta Freeman is a good back. He's a great back. Receiving and running, he gets in the open field and he's gone. He's completely gone. Donta Freeman, I would give him the credit of being a great back like that. But for that price, I wouldn't do it. Now, Carlos Hyde, if you were to come out in a straight up ground and pound offense, he's going to be a monster. He's going to be a monster. His strength is why I say he's going to be a monster, because he's 6 feet and he has a lot of strength. So once you put your head down, and if you don't know how to truck, just leave a comment on YouTube and I'll let you know. You have to truck before you get to the player. Put your head down and just drop into him. That's the same for juking. A lot of people try to juke at the last second. It doesn't work like that. You need the space in between you so that you can actually perform the double juke and get to the opening. Because if you know how to perform the double juke, which I'm going to probably do a video on also, the double juke can actually be controlled with the movement, with the right analog. So how you move, you can juke that player to the hole and just hold turbo and take off. Because if you hold turbo, I'm going to tell you a secret about the double juke. If you hold turbo on a double juke, you slow down. If you hit turbo as you come out of the double juke, you keep your acceleration. And that's how I'm able to break a lot of my runs with that. But this guy right here has a lot of stats that you would look for in a budget back. I wouldn't, shy away from him or say he's not worth it. He does not have the elite speed. But if you're just looking for a back to pound away and do what you need him to do, he's great for you. The elite speed is something that you need when you want to break away. If you're just looking for a guy to be in the game for you and get you those hard-earned yards, yes, it is him. The breakaway speed may be a problem, but not really. I wouldn't guarantee you breaking away with him due to the fact that the new defenders and everything that came out. Because honestly, I'm finding trouble breaking away with Marshall Faulk and Walter Payton now. The new defenders that come out kind of destroyed the whole breakaway thing with those guys. And I do believe there's a certain thing that's called obsolete with these players. After a certain amount of time, the players become obsolete and they're no longer useful to you. Because the other players get faster, get taller. The speed is what really makes the team up. A lot of guys don't go after actual talent, they go after speed. And it sucks, but yeah, speed kills. And this is the set I was telling you about earlier, the Ultimate Legend set. You need 3 legend players. 1, 2, 3. Now the thing is that you're probably going to get 1 or 2 depending on if you like to buy packs like me. I may go after this and I may do it, but I highly doubt I do it right now. The thing about sets is you got to understand something. Once the set comes out, it's going to be expensive the first day. Let it die down for about a week and then give it a shot. After a week goes by, I'm guaranteeing you Boss Michael Vick. I don't even know if I have to check that. I'll let you guys know in the comments on YouTube. Just check the page and see what's up. I'm not sure if the Boss comes out of this pack, but I know you're for sure going to get an Ultimate Legend, and that's a guaranteed 200K. Guaranteed 200K. These guys right here, you just throw them in there if you're not using them. I know. Everybody's thinking, hey, I've been sold my Legends. Yeah, we know. Everybody sold their Legends. But right now, like Michael Irvin, Marshall Faulk, and Walter Payton, they're becoming obsolete. They're expensive. But I would say, think about these two things I'm going to tell you. You could put it in here and get a guaranteed Ultimate Legend, a chance at Michael Vick, a chance at Jason Taylor, who is up and down, if I should say so myself. I'm not too sure I want him. Jason Taylor, Sean Taylor, Michael Vick. You get a chance at great players. I would say give this a shot, but at the same time, if you do have Ultimate Legend badges, you can sell them for 40K, 50K. 50K, you'll get lucky, because I've seen people buying for 50K. I went on there and I saw a 75. Somebody bought this for 75K. Why you would buy it for 75K, I don't know. But at the same time, 1, 2, that's 150 right there. That's 300K. 375K if you can actually get those off for the 75K that some guy out there bought them for. But at the same time, you can get them off for 250K. I'm not telling you what to sell them for. I'm just telling you, give it thought, think about it. Put the set together, get a chance at Michael Vick. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I've played against Michael Vick. He's not that amazing. Now, I've played against Michael Vick with people who know how to play. And it's really tough to contain Michael Vick. Very tough. Very tough to stop Boss Calvin Johnson if people aren't just throwing streaks with him. See what I'm saying? You know, if you actually know how to play the game, these players are very hard to stop. Legends will always outdo elites, base elites, anything like that. Always remember that. A legend player will always destroy a regular player, an elite player, roll to the playoffs, such and such, so forth. They've said it on their webpage out of their own mouth in a blog that the legend players are made to outdo other players. So if you can get a legend, ultimate legend, I'm pretty positive he should destroy anybody he goes up against. My main goal is to go after Orlando Pace. I would like Boss Vic, but the left hand throwing kind of throws me off, and I'm not sure I would take that chance with him. And maybe Calvin Johnson, because I know how to user catch, so Calvin would be great in my offense. He'd be great. That's it for me right there, guys. Enjoy the video. Send me a like. Smash the whatever. I said smash the whatever. I'm sorry. I'm reading my text messages while I do this. But leave me a like. Send me wager matches. Whatever you want to do. I'll give a wager up. I gave up on wager matches because I got welched 7 straight times. So I'm not going to ask you to pay up front because honestly, I don't see any purpose in paying up front. I don't see any purpose in wagering, honestly. But I've done them, and I've always got welched. I won a wager, and these were friends who gave me the money off wagers. And random people I play, they don't give me the money because they say, hey, all you do is this defense. All you do is this offense. Well, I'm trying to win. But, all right, guys, I'll hit you up next time on the next video. A budget, maybe defensive backs again, because I see a lot of people like the budget defensive backs.